Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Carter Causey, and I'm here to give you a presentation about laptops. The three top performing laptops in the past 2 years and their specifications and which one I think you would be best off purchasing. If you could please stand up and tell me your name and your occupation.
My name is Logan Lonadier, occupation student.
My name is Alexander Boudreaux. My occupation is fry cook cashier.
Thank you. Go ahead and right into it. Are you tired of having to go home and just get on a big clunky computer? You can't do any work anywhere other than home or at your office. You can't, you want to be able to play games away from home, off your computer, maybe keep up with schoolwork on vacation if you have a bad professor who just wants to see you suffer. Well, I got the answer for you. Laptops are the most modern way to keep up with business, schoolwork, entrepreneurship, marketing, stocks, you name it, the laptop can do it, especially these three beauties we got coming up right here. The top three performing laptops in the last 2 years are the HP 17, the Lenovo V15, and the HP Pavilion. And I'm going to go in a little bit on these three and give you some background information on it. The HP 17 laptop provides users with high performance processing capabilities and extensive storage options in its premium design. The HP 17 laptop features a 17.3-inch HD plus touchscreen with 64 gigabytes of RAM and 2 terabytes of storage, which will go more in on RAM, storage, and processing units later on. The laptop provides modern connectivity options, which include Wi-Fi 6 support alongside super speed USB ports and HDMI output, with which your standard like MacBook or small laptop like a Chromebook, you don't get HDMI support, which is a good plus on the touchscreen. The HP laptop runs on a Windows 11 homepage, while its body features a sleek silver casing with a very professional look to it. Windows 11 will allow you to have like your Microsoft Office support and what have you, and Windows support is super fast and super reliable. That's one thing I really like about the HP 17. Moving on, we've got the Lenovo V15 laptop. The Lenovo V15 provides an affordable option for users who only require just basic computer capabilities. You're not trying to do too much. You don't really need anything high tech or super fancy, what have you. It's just, it presents itself as what it is. A simple laptop if you just need like schoolwork or stuff like that. Don't expect anything fancy, but it's not trying to sell itself as anything fancy. This model presents a 15.6-inch Full HD anti-glare screen. Students and entry-level business users will find this device attractive because it comes with Windows 11 Pro and Ethernet support for wired internet, and contains a WOW-PC recovery USB, which is nice because it's a cheap option for students who might not have a budget. Like if you're running on a low budget, which I know you said you were a student and you have a low budget, you want a nice laptop that you can do schoolwork when you need to, this is probably the best laptop for a budget. Moving on to our third and our last laptop, we've got the HP Pavilion. HP, just one of my favorite brands of laptops. They consistently put out high-end, professional-looking laptops, some of which are more affordable than others, but the ones that are more affordable usually lack big steps that the other one has, but it's never enough to really just turn you off of a certain product. The HP Pavilion fills the performance and value space with its balanced features. And it's got an extended battery life, so it can hold a charge for days at a time. It's great, won't die on you. It's got a touch screen, just like the HP 17, so you're not losing the touchscreen capabilities that diverse options instead of using your mouse pad or a Bluetooth mouse, which some users find better. The touchscreen gives you more functionality to the laptop. This laptop provides Wi-Fi 6 support, and comes with Microsoft 365 software, which the other two did not come with. So that's an added plus for a lower price. While running Windows 11, this makes it, I feel like this makes it an ideal choice for multitaskers seeking functionality and power with just a mid-range budget. You don't want to spend over $700 on a laptop. You don't want to break the bank, but you don't want to get a cheap laptop. You want something that has the functionality, the adaptability of a high-end laptop. The HP Pavilion is your guy. Moving on. We've got their prices and their specifications here. So earlier I talked about RAM and storage. We're going to go a little bit more into that here. So RAM is basically how much processing capabilities that your laptop has. And so the more processing capability your laptop has, the more things you can do at one time. So if you're running an assignment and watching a movie at the same time, the more RAM you have, the easier your laptop is capable of doing so. So the HP 17 coming in at a whopping $849.99, so it's going to come up to about $870 with tax and shipping and whatnot if you order it online, probably about $855 if you go into a Best Buy. 64 gigabytes of RAM. It hails the largest amount of RAM, which makes sense. It's the most expensive. It's the high-end luxury laptop. It's great. 2 terabytes of storage. It also hails the most storage, so you can have more room for files, documents, pictures of your family, whatever, applications, different things. The 2 terabytes of storage, that extra terabyte is going to take you a long way in the long run with this laptop. Coming next, the Lenovo V15 coming in at $399.99, probably going to be around $410, $415 if you go into a store, probably around $420 if you go online. Got 32 gigabytes of RAM. While this is a great amount of RAM for a laptop, as cheap as this, it's going to get you're still going to do whatever you need to do. It might not be as nice as the 64 gigabytes, but it still gets the job done, and it's well worth it for the price. Only 1 terabyte of storage. It might not seem like it fills up that fast, but I promise you it does fill up a lot faster than you think it would with whatever, maybe pictures, files, documents. Emails take up a lot more storage than you think it would. HP Pavilion comes in at $599.99 with 32 gigabytes of RAM and 1 terabyte of storage. So the HP Pavilion and the Lenovo V15, you're not really losing any RAM or storage with that price increase or price decrease. So those two really don't differ too much. Moving on, we're going to go into their, before we make a final decision, I'm going to go into some key differences that really set these guys apart. I'm going to talk about our processing unit. A processing unit is the core component of a computer, the CPU, that executes instructions and processes data for your computer. For whenever you search up online, different things, that your CPU processes all that data and spits it out to the internet, Wi-Fi, all that. So the HP 17 supports a 12th gen Intel Core i7 1255U processor, which is top of the line. I think it's amazing. It's the newest processor on the market, which is well worth it. It'll be well understandable with the price tag on the laptop. It's got a 17.3 inch HD plus touchscreen, which we already touched on that, and the gigabytes of RAM, but I just put it here again so you can have another visual with the other key differences to see it all together. Lenovo V15 comes with an Intel Celeron N4500 processor. Not great. If I'm being completely honest, it's not great. Not really what you want. But for the price tag, it'll still get the job done. Doesn't matter. The HP Pavilion comes with, by the way, the Lenovo V15 is the only laptop here that does not come with a touchscreen, so you lose that adaptability, and not great. The HP Pavilion comes with a 10-core Intel Core i5 1235U processor. Not as top of the line, but if I'm not mistaken, it's 3 years old. It's a great processing unit. Gets everything you need to get done. It's awesome. I love it. It comes with a 15.6 inch touchscreen, so not quite as big as the HP 17, but still a fairly large laptop. It's bigger than your average MacBook. And 32 gigabytes of RAM and 1 terabyte of storage. So for our decision here, all these laptops are very good. I would not hate on anybody who got any one of these laptops. They're all great. They definitely excel for different occupations and lifestyles and budgets. They're all three for different ranges and areas. I think the HP 17 is best for businessmen, creative arts, lawyers. If you want a high-end laptop for big things, this is the perfect computer for you. I think Lenovo is best for students because it's cheap. You're not breaking the bank, but you're still getting a good laptop out of it. The HP Pavilion is your middle ground. Your mid to small size businessmen, they don't have the big budget of the big businessmen, the conglomerates, but they have enough money where they can get a good PC or a good laptop. This is the one. But with all that being said, comparing all the specs, everything, the processors, I'm going to go with the HP 17 as the winner because overall the HP 17 is the best option for buyers who are looking to get the most out of a laptop. Though it has a high price tag, the components and professional look are well worth the expense overall compared to the others. And if you have any questions or you want to know any more, you can check out these resources or reach out to me personally. And I thank you all for your time, and I hope you all have a good